Hey friends, it's Shelly. Welcome back to Down in the Dale. This is my week 20 Mounjaro recap. And today is a pretty special day. It's January 11th, 2026, and it's my birthday. Woo! Yay, birthday! I had dinner last night with my sister and her boyfriend and my mom and one of my nieces. That was really nice. Put a picture of that. And then this morning, my favorite meal of the day is breakfast. So I went to brunch with some friends, put a little picture of that. We had a good time. They had never been to this place. And it was really, we put in the directions. My friend's husband drove. We put in the directions and it took us to this place. And my one friend that was in the car, Heather, she says, "Hey, I'm getting really hungry," because it was like, we were supposed to get there about 11 o'clock and nobody ate breakfast. Nobody ate before we went. I said, "That's okay. It's right next to a Little Caesars pizza, so you can go get a hot and ready pizza while we wait if you're that hungry." So we pull up next to the Little Caesars pizza, and I'm like, "Oh, look, there's a sushi place." And I'm like, "Oh, look, there's a sushi place," because that's where the restaurant was. Oh my gosh. It was awful. I was like, what happened? Because it didn't say anything on their website. And I'd been there like 6 months ago, and it's always been so busy. It's a great place in Angola, Indiana, called Mama's Place. But we found it down the road in a new building. Well, it's not a new building. It's in a strip mall, but it's like twice the size now. And it's called Mama's 2.0. Why they changed the name, I don't know, because they only have the one restaurant as far as I know. I started Mounjaro 2.5 milligrams on August 24th, 2025, because it's 2026 now, January 11th. My starting weight was 287, and today, when I got on the scale, it was 257. That's 30 pounds down. Hooray! Let me see how much my difference was from last week, because I totally forgot. Last week I was at 257.8, so it was 0.8 down from last week. Yay, but the 30 pounds down is amazing. I'm so excited in 20 weeks. Yay. So that's 30 pounds down, and seeing that number on this birthday means a lot. It's great. I didn't think I would get there anytime again soon. I'm really happy and grateful to have found this medication. It's amazing. Start if you're thinking about it. Just start. There's a pill out now too. I think I said that last week. It's actually came out this past week. So the Wegovy pill. If you're scared of needles and want to start a GLP-1, there you go. So let's talk about my body composition results from my Renpho scale. You know, I have that Renpho scale. I got it a month after I started. So my comparison is from September 13th to today. And here's a little screenshot of it. The worst thing that's on there is the metabolic age, which actually went up a year. I mean, today turned 60. It had said 66 all this time. Today it said 67. I have no idea why. Who knows? It's pretty scary. But so let's talk about the composition. It shows I'm losing fat and gaining muscle, which is great. That's really great. It's not just weight loss. It's recomposition, and that's the goal. You want to feel healthy and you want to feel better. So my body fat and visceral fat, that's all the dangerous fat around your organs, are both going down. And at the same time, my muscle mass and lean mass are going up, which, again, amazing. That tells me I'm not just getting smaller, which I don't see it yet, but other people say they do. I'm getting stronger. I don't really feel stronger because I'm doing the same weights at the gym. You know, I'm doing the weight machines. I got to the gym twice this week, and I either do the leg machines or I do the arm machines. I usually don't do them on the same day. I try to go 3 times a week, but so far I've been doing 2 times a week, which is hooray, 2 times a week. So I do the machines for 15, 20 minutes and then another 10, 15 minutes on treadmill. So even in the weeks where the scale doesn't change, which I've had those weeks, didn't change, the body composition numbers are changing. So that's great. And that's the kind of progress I'm here for. My life in California story this week is not what I was going to talk about, because when I was having brunch today, after that, I was telling one of my friends what I was going to talk about today, and I can't remember what it was. That will be another story for another day. So this week, I'm going to talk about the time one of my friends from college came to visit. She was in San Francisco for a work trip, so I drove up there, which is about 5 hours away from LA. It was always a nice little drive. Well, it was a nice drive if you went up the coast. If you went up the middle of the state, that wasn't such a fun trip. That was quicker. Coast was prettier. I liked to do that most of the time. That would probably take 6 hours. Middle of the state took 5. And you got to go through fabulous places like Bakersfield. And then you got to see all the pecan trees and almond trees that were growing in the middle of the state, because that's all agricultural. Yeah, I can say it. So my friend Annette came to San Francisco on a work trip. I met her in college. She lives in Chicago now. And we were walking around the city. San Francisco is not one of my most favorite places, because I always seem to get sick whenever I went up there, and I just didn't like it so much, but I've been there a lot. So we're walking around and we turn a corner. I think we were in Chinatown maybe, and we came upon a production, and it was Don Johnson and Cheech Marin. They were filming the TV show Nash Bridges, which I don't remember when that was or when this was that we went, but Nash Bridges started in 96, so it was probably 97 or 98 at that time. I do not remember. But when you work at a film studio, TV studio, you get a little jaded. And so I said to her, oh my gosh, let's go the other way because they're filming and it's boring as heck. And she goes, she wasn't yelling this, but she said, you get to see this all the time and I never get to see it, so I want to watch. So we stayed and watched a little while, which Hollywood is the land of illusion. So they were filming some scene where they were in a car, and of course, not all the time. Sometimes they actually are driving the car down the road, but generally in a movie. TV shows tend to put the cars on top of a trailer, and they set up cameras, and then they pull them along. Like they have a trailer where it's lower so it doesn't look like it's crazy high off the ground, but they pull them along. And, you know, I don't know how many minutes we stood there and watched, but I was over it. So we got to leave and go get some yummy Chinese food. I think that's what we did, was eat Chinese food for lunch that day. But, you know, she wanted to see it, so that was fine. We saw Don Johnson and Cheech Marin. You know, we didn't meet them. They were in the car, but we saw them doing their little filming, which was always fun. So that's my little California story of the week. Very short, very quick. Week 20 wasn't just about a number on the scale. It moved down, which was good. But, I mean, you know, up, down, it's always fine. Stay the same. It's a journey. It's slow. Slow and steady wins the race, as they say. It's about balance, confidence, and learning that food doesn't run the show. That's right. But food is good. Last night I had some carrot cake. That was really good. I have another piece for tonight, too. It was good. Kroger's carrot cake. Who knew? Yummy. It's all about that cream cheese frosting. If you're on this journey too, especially if you're starting later in your life like me, but these medicines weren't around younger in our lives, which would have been great, but better late than never. It's not too late. Just start now if you haven't started. I keep saying that. It's amazing. Progress is progress, and every step forward counts. Yay. Thank you for being here down in the Dale, following along. I hope you like and subscribe. Hit the like button. Leave me a comment. Hit the like button, subscribe, leave me a comment. I'll get back to you. I will, I swear. I think I have. I don't know. I have to look. I haven't checked this week. Here's to my 60th birthday. Here's to new health and whatever comes along. And see you next week. Bye-bye.